Again, another creepypasta. What up? It's Kaz and welcome to my channel. Today, I'm gonna be telling you how you can dress alternative but on a budget. I'm gonna be going over four different ways that you can dress alternative, ways that I've accumulated my wardrobe and everything over the years while being on a heavy budget, because I grew up definitely not as wealthy as other people, but I still wanted to have my own fashion style without being limited. This is how you can dress alternative but on a budget. Okay, before we start off, I just want to say that if you're going to be looking for clothes and buying clothes that fit a subculture, try and figure out what your alternative subculture style aesthetic is. And what you can do before you go shopping or trying to buy or make clothes is you can go on Pinterest and make Pinterest boards of your aesthetic. You can go on TikTok and scroll through the fashion tags there and look at all these other creators who dress in the aesthetic that you want, and you can make notes of what they're wearing, what brands they're wearing, what their clothes look like and everything, so that way you know what you have in mind for when you want to get clothes. And so now, number one, thrifting. This is the most obvious answer to dressing alternative on a budget, but some people think that they're very limited to just the thrift stores around them. Thrifting is still thrifting even if you're getting your clothes off Depop. And Depop can be an amazing store as well as it can be a not so amazing store. People there are making up their own prices. There's no real management for how it's done. You can either get really amazing clothes for really cheap or really not so great clothes for way too expensive. Just because there's some people selling things on Depop for literally thousands or millions of dollars doesn't mean that there's not any people that are selling their stuff for under $10. There's tons of people selling stuff on Depop for under $10 because they just want to get rid of the stuff. They're not necessarily there to make money. Some of my favorite clothes I've gotten thrifting. This is from Goodwill. The brand is Vigas. I don't know how to pronounce it, but this is literally one of my favorite pair of jeans. They don't fit me perfectly. I need to wear a belt with them, but that's to be expected when you're when you're thrifting, because it's not a store where you can pick and choose the sizes. If you want something, and it's too big, you're probably gonna have to learn how to sew. Don't think that thrift stores like Goodwill or anything like that aren't gonna have amazing clothes, because even these plain shorts will make an amazing outfit. You just have to know how to build an outfit is all. Even the sweater, which looks like a very basic just red sweater, I managed to make into a very cute scene outfit for Valentine's Day. Don't limit yourself. Don't think that plain clothes equals boring or not alternative. You can still do a lot with what you're given. And now number two, hand-me-downs. So the thing is that for this, you kind of need the requirement of having a cool older sibling or cool parents. In my case, I have cool parents and cool neighbors, and they have cool friends who will give me clothes, because my dad was in a band. My mom was very into that huge scene. They had a lot of friends who were scene, a lot of friends who were metalheads and stuff like that. So their early wardrobe is basically my dream wardrobe now. So they and a lot of their friends have given me their old clothes and stuff. Like this Avenged Sevenfold t-shirt was my mom's friend Shannon's old shirt. There is a hole in the armpit, but that's a very easy fix that I just keep forgetting to fix. And there's nothing wrong with hand-me-downs. Some of my favorite clothes are clothes that were given to me by my parents or their friend Shannon or one of their friends. Hand-me-downs are not something to be embarrassed about, and they're something you can embrace. Again, just this step very much requires you having people around you that have the aesthetic that you're intending to dress up as. Even if it's cousins or your friends, if they have clothes that they're getting rid of, that they're gonna either chuck or donate, you can be like, hey, can I have that? Chances are they'll say yes, because they're already getting rid of it. Number three, buying from cheap brands. And by cheap brands, I do not mean Temu or Shein. I mean Walmart. Please, especially if your aesthetic that you're going for is either punk or goth, which are heavy politic-based subcultures, do not be buying off of Amazon. I'm not saying you can't use these stores at all, just don't make it your main source of where you're getting your outfits and accessories from. If you have some things that are from it, that's fine. I understand, just understand these large corporations are not good. And especially if you're entering a politic-based subculture, do not be funding these bad corporations. When I say cheap brands, I mean like Wonder Nation or No Boundaries. Two of my most often worn clothes are Wonder Nation and No Boundaries. Again, I didn't grow up with a lot of money, so I grew up mostly buying clothes from Walmart. My favorite brand probably has to be No Boundaries because they have plain clothes like these red leggings that I wear a lot. But then these really cute plaid pants that I wear all the time, they're also No Boundaries. So is this cute little skull shirt that I have. It's also No Boundaries. Clothing being cheap and affordable doesn't mean that it's not good. Don't fall for the I need to have high-end clothes because first of all, most alternative subcultures don't care. Second of all, if you can't afford it, don't worry about trying to afford it. Finding dupes or cheap alternatives to other bigger brands is totally okay. And for DIY. The sleeveless crop top that I've been wearing this entire video, I made. I didn't make it from scratch. I took a plain black hoodie that I had been gifted to on my birthday that was falling apart, and I cut it up and then painted on it. It's now one of my most worn items in my wardrobe because I love it so much. And DIYing doesn't have to be complicated. Here we have my Jeff the Killer hoodie that is just a white hoodie covered in red paint. And yes, it's intended for a character, but yes, I also wear that hoodie all the time. This Tiki Toby hoodie, this green hoodie was getting left laying around in my house. No one was wearing it, and I have 5 other family members, and I didn't want to wear it because it was plain, so I just took it and I started like bleaching and dyeing and painting on it, and now I wear it literally all the time. I have a bunch of Homestuck t-shirts that I made in like 6th grade that I wear all the time because I made them and they're cute. Stepping away from fandoms, I have these pants that I literally painted in class and like cut out old fabric, like from an old t-shirt that I had. I cut up the fabric and reused it by painting onto it and then sewing it on here. Like, I literally made my own patches, and now I also wear these pants all the time when they were previously gonna get thrown out because I didn't like plain clothes. Battle vests are literally one of the most easiest things you can make if you own a jean jacket. You can get a jean jacket at Goodwill for like $5 to $10. You can cut it up, cut up shirts, make your own patches, find buttons, make buttons with bottle caps, and safety pins, and bam, you have a really cool vest. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you and say that none of my clothes cost a lot of money, because I do have a lot of stuff that's like name brand Hot Topic and stuff that I bought with my own money. But those aren't the clothes that make me alternative. Those aren't the clothes that I wear every single day. This entire outfit I'm wearing right now is hand-me-downs and stuff I DIY'd. Like, this outfit, completely free to me because it was all given to me and then I either upcycled it or whatever. Being alternative doesn't need to be expensive. You can dress goth, grunge, emo, scene, mcbling, Y2K. You can dress however you want and it doesn't need to be overly expensive. Buy tank tops from Walmart if you want to be scene or Y2K. Buy low-rise jeans from Goodwill. It's very easy to be any sort of alternative subculture without having to drop millions of dollars. And of course, if you have millions of dollars that you want to drop for your fashion, go right ahead. No one's saying you can't. Except if you're punk. You probably shouldn't be dropping millions of dollars to be punk. That's probably one of the only things that you might get told not to. But there's not like a lot of rules. You can dress however you want. If you want to partake in a subculture, there might be some rules, like you can't be goth if you believe this. You can't be emo if you don't listen to emo music and stuff like that. But you can dress emo, you can dress goth. No one's saying you can't. And no one's saying that it needs to be expensive to dress like any of that. So I hope this video helped anybody who's been trying to dress alternative but hasn't had the money for it. If it didn't help, I'm sorry, I'll do better next time. Please consider subscribing, hit that like button, leave a comment telling me what else you would like to see, and that's Kaz checking out.